According to a recent study, less than 5% of the world's population will ever achieve true financial freedom. That means 95 out of every 100 people you know will spend the majority of their lives working for money, never reaching a point where money works for them. And the most uncomfortable part of that statistic? It has very little to do with intelligence. It has very little to do with opportunity. And it has almost nothing to do with luck. The reason most people will never be rich comes down to a specific set of beliefs, habits, and decisions that keep them financially stuck, often without them even realizing it. In this video, we are going to break down exactly why that happens, and more importantly, what you can do right now to make sure you are not part of that 95%. This is not a video about getting rich quickly. There are no magic formulas here, no secret loopholes, and no overnight strategies. What this video is about is something far more valuable: understanding the root causes of financial struggle so you can systematically eliminate them from your life. Because here is the truth: wealth is not an accident, it is a result, and every result has a cause. Once you understand the causes of financial failure, you can reverse engineer them into the causes of financial success. So let us get into it. Reason number 1 why most people will never be rich: they spend their entire lives trading time for money and never find a way out of that cycle. Here is the problem with trading time for money. Time is finite. There are only 24 hours in a day, and no matter how hard you work, you cannot create more of it. This means your income has a hard ceiling, and that ceiling is determined by how many hours you can physically work, multiplied by your hourly rate. Wealthy people understand this early. They work hard, often harder than anyone else, but they make sure that their hard work is building something that will eventually generate income without requiring their constant time. A business, an investment portfolio, rental income, digital products. These are all examples of income that does not stop when you stop working. The goal is not to stop working. The goal is to make sure that at some point your money is working just as hard as you are. If every dollar you earn requires an hour of your time, and that is all you are ever building, financial freedom will always be just out of reach. Reason number 2. Most people have built an identity around spending rather than an identity around building. Think about how our culture works. From the moment we are old enough to earn money, we are surrounded by messages telling us how to spend it. New phones, new clothes, new cars, eating out, going out, keeping up with what everyone else appears to have on social media. And here is what makes this so dangerous. Spending feels like living. It feels like reward. It feels like you are enjoying the fruits of your labor. But what most people do not realize is that every dollar spent on a depreciating asset or a fleeting experience is a dollar that is not compounding in their favor. Wealthy people are not cheap. They spend money, often a lot of it. But they have a fundamentally different relationship with money. Before they spend, they ask a question that most people never ask. Is this purchase moving me closer to financial freedom or further away from it? That one question, asked consistently over years, creates a completely different financial life. It is not about deprivation, it is about intention. Reason number 3, most people were never taught how money actually works, and they never take it upon themselves to learn. Think about your education. How many years did you spend in school? 12 years? 16 years? And in all of that time, how many classes did you take on personal finance? How to invest? How compound interest works? How taxes function? How to build credit? For most people, the answer is 0. We are taught how to be employees. We are taught skills that make us useful to businesses. But we are almost never taught how to build wealth for ourselves. And the dangerous part is that many people leave school assuming that because they were educated, they know enough. They do not know what they do not know. Understanding how compound interest works, how index funds function, how inflation erodes purchasing power, how tax-advantaged accounts like retirement funds can save you thousands of dollars. This is not complicated information, but it is information that changes everything when you actually have it. The wealthy invest in financial education consistently. They read books. They study successful investors. They understand the rules of the game they are playing. Most people are playing a game they were never taught the rules to, and then wondering why they keep losing. Reason number 4, lifestyle inflation. This is one of the most silent and devastating wealth killers that exists. Here is how it works. You get a raise at work. Your income goes up by $500 a month, and within 90 days, your expenses have quietly risen to match that new income. A nicer apartment, a newer car, more dining out, more subscriptions, more everything. Your income went up, but your ability to build wealth stayed exactly the same because the gap between what you earn and what you spend never changed. This happens to people at every income level. There are people earning $30,000 a year who are broke, and people earning $300,000 a year who are broke. because lifestyle always expanded to consume whatever income was available. The antidote is simple, but requires discipline. Every time your income increases, keep your lifestyle the same, and redirect that extra money directly into investments or savings, even for just 1 year. The wealth you build in that 1 year of discipline will compound for decades. The upgrade to your lifestyle can wait. Your future financial freedom cannot. Reason number 5, fear of investing. The majority of people keep their money in a savings account their entire lives. And while having savings is important, keeping all of your money in a low-interest savings account is actually a losing strategy when you factor in inflation. Inflation typically runs at around 2 to 3% per year. If your savings account is earning less than that, and most standard savings accounts are, your money is actually losing purchasing power every single year it sits there. Investing feels scary to most people because they associate it with risk and complexity. They picture the stock market crashing. They imagine losing everything. But here is what the data actually shows. The stock market has historically returned an average of around 8 to 10% per year over long periods of time. That means $10,000 invested today, at an average 8% return, could grow to over $100,000 in 30 years without you adding another dollar. The risk of not investing, of letting inflation silently erode your savings year after year, is far greater than the risk of investing in a diversified portfolio over the long term. Wealthy people understand this. They are not reckless with money, but they are not afraid of it either. They put it to work. So now that we understand why most people will never be rich, let us talk about what you can actually do to change your trajectory starting today. First, shift from trading time for money to building income streams that grow without you. Start small. 1 side hustle, 1 investment account, 1 digital product. The vehicle does not matter as much as the habit of building something beyond your salary. Second, audit your spending identity. Look at where your money went last month and ask honestly, does this reflect the financial future I want? Cut what does not align. Redirect that money intentionally. Third, invest in your financial education. Read 1 book on personal finance or investing this month. Start with classics like The Richest Man in Babylon, The Psychology of Money, or I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Knowledge compounds just like money does. Fourth, the next time you get a raise, a bonus, or any increase in income, do not upgrade your lifestyle. Upgrade your investment account instead. Let that money compound for at least 1 year before you touch it. Fifth, open an investment account if you do not have one. Start with index funds. Even $50 a month is a start. The habit and the mindset matter more than the amount in the beginning. The gap between the 5% who build real wealth and the 95% who do not is not talent. It is not luck. It is not even income. It is awareness and action. You now have the awareness. The action is up to you. If this video gave you value, make sure you subscribe. We release new content every week designed to help you build wealth in your 20s and take control of your financial future. And if you want to go deeper, watch our next video on how to build your first passive income stream from scratch. See you there.